Good morning, everyone. This is Anna Delernia here to share today's Lunch and Learn on data and pop culture. I'm glad you're able to join me. This has a few housekeeping items. This webinar will be recorded, so I can share that link back out with you after the presentation. You can also use the chat feature to send in questions and ask whatever you need as I go through the presentation. I will have opportunities for you all to interact throughout it, so just keep that in mind. Since this is through Zoom, I recommend setting your view to speaker view so you can see the presentation throughout and all the demos I'm going to go through. Again, thank you all for joining me. I'm going to give people a few minutes to join the webinar, and we're going to start at 12:35. Again, thank you for joining. All right, now that we're here and ready to get started, what are you here for, right? So I'm going to go through an introduction, tell you a little bit about who I am. My name is Anna Delernia. We're also going to go through some data basics, asking questions and how to interpret data. And I'm also going to give you a live demo of these data basics using pop culture as a fun way of introducing the topics and learning at the same time. So today I want you to have fun and also learn a little bit more about how to ask questions and how to interpret data. So the first question we're going to ask, because question asking is a very key part of data literacy. So the first question is, who is Anna Delernia? So probably the first thing you might do if you needed to answer that question is you probably Google me, right? And lucky for me, I'm a top hit on Google. You'd find my LinkedIn profile. I have, somewhat unique name, so I'm a little bit easier to find. You'd find my Twitter. You'd find that I like cats. You'd find that I used to work for the Knight Foundation and have written many blogs for them. And you'd also find my current role is the Chief Impact Engineer and founder of Level Up Impact. Now, that's pretty basic. You'd probably want to know that if you were going to hire me, right? But something you probably wouldn't know about me are maybe some targeted ads that I receive. And I've done this presentation before, and last time I did it, it was in January 2019. So it was actually interesting to see how ads have changed since then. So for fun, I have looked at the different ways you could maybe get to know me through my ads. So these are Pinterest ads from January 2019. So you can see I had like a Chobani ad, and there was also one for kombucha targeting me. These were from Twitter. Twitter was Southwest Airlines. Oh, we can see that, things about Southwest and travel. And then Hootsuite around AI and privacy, some webinar that they're trying to see if I'm interested in. Instagram has probably very different ads. I think it's very interesting. There was one around a butt scrub, it looks like. So exfoliating scrub. And then there's this video for Rothy's, which are a washable shoe. So I think they're implying I have stinky feet and might need some type of exfoliation for my skin. So it's very, very interesting to see. Now, post-COVID, I pulled my ads and the tone of the ads kind of changed. So Pinterest has an ad for Chase, so banking, and some how to basically order from local restaurants. And Instagram is trying to get me to buy some Disney emojis. So I thought that was interesting. And Twitter wanted me to watch this show. I'm not sure what it's about, but looks like something around, Queen Elizabeth or something like that. So very interesting changes they have. So based on that, you have a little bit more data about me. You could see from my targeted Instagram ads, I might like healthy food, I might like traveling, AI and data, might have stinky feet. I also know from my Google search, you could see my work history. I probably like Disney, and I probably like English TV. So now you know a little bit more about me. Do you think we answered the question, who is Anna Delernia? I don't know. I'm not sure if we've answered it. I'm going to leave that lingering. I think you might have answered the question, what I might like to buy. So I think the question is probably the most important part. So I'll have you reflect and think Do we answer that question? Let's see. So again, I really encourage people to really think through what kind of questions they're going to ask before they get into the topic. And for fun, we're going to ask a more specific question again. So today the question is going to be, how popular is Harry Potter? I really enjoy Harry Potter, but do I really know how popular he is? I'm not really sure. So we're going to go and see. So we can answer this question in various ways. Like one is book sales, right? So we can see Harry Potter sold 450 million copies. It's the best-selling book series ever. So from a sales perspective, people really like reading Harry Potter, or at least they like buying Harry Potter books and the series of Harry Potter. It's even more popular than Goosebumps. The film franchise is only second to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, and they've made $7.7 billion in films. So lots of money going into films, and Harry Potter had less films than Marvel. So that's something also to keep in mind, that while Marvel has made a lot more money per film, Harry Potter has actually made more money. Now, I think we know kind of the sales part of Harry Potter. So we can say Harry Potter is probably one of the most sold series of all time. And we also know Harry Potter movies are very popular too. So not necessarily more popular than Marvel but from a per film perspective, possibly. But now let's look at real-time data. So Google Trends is a real-time database that you can look at location, regions, and even per hour trends on search terms and news searches and even YouTube searches. So we're going to look through this Google Trends demo to see how popular Harry Potter is, let's say now. So we're going to go to Google Trends. So this is what Google Trends looks like, to give you a quick, and this is a free comparison website that Google provides. People use it for all kinds of reasons. Maybe you want to sell a new product. Maybe you're looking for trends related to news searches in your region or nationally. You can use it for all kinds of reasons. Today, we're going to look to see how popular Harry Potter is. So if you see here, we're looking for Harry Potter search term in Google Trends. We're only looking in the United States, and we're looking for the past 12 months. Across all the categories and web searches. So people searched for the term Harry Potter. We can change this to the past day if we want to know how popular was Harry Potter since yesterday. And we can also look at it for the past hour. So even in the last hour, how popular Harry Potter is, which is pretty great. It's very hard to get to real-time analytics like this in free, right? So again, it's a pretty powerful tool. I encourage you all to take a look at it. So we're looking at Harry Potter, United States, past 12 months, and this is an index. So 100 would mean that's the peak popularity, and 0 the least popular. Nobody ever searched for it. So Harry Potter has been searched for over this time, and the peak we're seeing was in December of 2019. So just to give you a sense of like how to use this Google Trends indexing tool. So again, our question is, how popular is Harry Potter? So if we answered it and said, in the past 12 months, Harry Potter was popular and most popular in December of 2019. That's all we really know about it. So oftentimes you want to compare data, right? You want to say, okay, well, how popular is Harry Potter in the United States? So Harry Potter is actually the most popular in Utah, which I think is fascinating. I'm not sure why they would be there, but it is in Utah, a particularly popular book, or at least search term. It's a very popular search term. So, and then followed right by Idaho. Again, fascinating to me. And you can also see that there's related topics to Harry Potter. Maybe there's some Pandora jewelry, Vans. I guess maybe there's a Harry Potter shoe related to that. Some cloaks, Wizard Unite, a mobile game. Lots of questions about, is Harry Potter on Disney? So you can see kind of related information related to it. But I still don't think we have the answer of how popular is Harry Potter. So let's compare it to something else. What do you think we should compare it to? Write in the chat, what do you think we should compare it to? And it can be anything. Again, we could do Tiger King, we could do Star Wars, anything you want. So I'll take the top one. Okay. All right. So the top one, let's see. All right. Everybody said they wanted to do Tiger King. Okay. Tiger King. Let's type in Tiger King. Okay. So Harry Potter, on average in the last 12 months, more popular than Tiger King. These are comparative variables where red is the Tiger King. Obviously, Tiger King was 0 for the last 12 months because a good chunk of it didn't exist until it was released on Netflix and earlier this year. But once Tiger King hit, it was way more popular than Harry Potter, but quickly fell off. So this is a good indication that Tiger King was a fad and Harry Potter is showing us like much more consistency. And even back in May is now more popular than Tiger King in search terms. We can also look at that again, comparison to region. Harry Potter across the United States compared to Tiger King, more popular than Tiger King. And we can look at this just for Tiger King, and we go down to red, and you can see information about Joe Exotic. And we also can see, again, the related search terms that are in here. So it's all very interesting to see. So if we answer the question, is Harry Potter more popular than Tiger King? I would say on average, the answer is yes, because we see that it is more consistently. But if I was asking, was Harry Potter more popular in April than Tiger King? The answer is no. We can see that Tiger King was pretty much dominating the web searches at the time. So this is just a fun example of saying, use our pop culture to really understand data and asking questions and interpreting the data visualizations tool. So does anybody else want me to try another one? Okay, let's see. We can add one? Okay, well, let's add one more. Let's add it to it. Let's do Kim Kardashian. Okay, let's see. Now we're doing 3. So Kim Kardashian is not as popular on average than Harry Potter. Tiger King is the least popular of all those 3 choices on average. And Kim Kardashian is consistently lower average than Harry Potter. Tiger King, again, had that giant spike in April. But besides that, pretty low averages for searching for Kim Kardashian compared to Harry Potter. There's about, let's see, 10 points versus 20. So about a 10-point difference between those two on average between them. So that's pretty significant. You can say that there's a big difference. And Harry Potter's more consistently popular than Kim Kardashian. So maybe Harry Potter breaks the internet, not Kim. All right, so that's Google Trends for you using some fun pop culture ideas. Does anybody have any questions about Google Trends and how you could use it? Again, my point was just to show you examples of using pop culture trends to really hone in on how do you ask questions and how to use data appropriately to answer those questions and interpret that. So I think it's a really very powerful tool, but at the same time, it's very dependent on the questions you ask and how you interpret that. I'd like to kind of end with a quote from Albert Einstein. So he said, if I had an hour to solve a problem and my life depended on it, I would use the first 55 minutes determining proper questions to ask. Super important to make sure you know what you're asking versus diving into the data. Because I could spend all day on Google Trends, but I probably would not answer the question of how popular is Harry Potter unless I really honed in and asked the question very deeply, right? We ended up defining our question pretty much to the point of how popular was Harry Potter in the last 12 months based on Google searches, right? And we also compared that to say, well, Harry Potter was more popular across the board than Tiger King and Kim Kardashian, but Tiger King had a spike in popularity in April that really was the more popular one. So we have very specific ways of answering that question, right? And then based on that information, you can say, take action, right? So if you were, say, developing an app and you wanted people to interact with that app for in the next 12 months, you would probably want a Harry Potter app versus a Tiger King or Kim Kardashian app because it's more popular. So more people, you have a bigger audience for it. So those are kind of the important key takeaways that I want you guys to keep in mind. Besides that, do we have any questions? Great. Well, I appreciate everybody's time. I hope you had fun and learned a little bit during this lunch and learn. You can find me at levelupimpact.net. I go by hashtag Data Diva. I spend my career helping people ask the right questions and answer hard questions. I mainly work with nonprofits in South Florida, but I've been known to work across the country. So I'm always happy to develop trainings and help people really hone in on what they should be asking and how can they use the data they already have or access to data to move the needle. So again, find me at levelupimpact.net. I'm happy you were able to join me today. Thank you.